Hello, and welcome back to 365 Days with mxmtoon. I'm Maya, a singer, songwriter, video maker, Oakland native, and believer in equal pay. I'm also a big fan of history. I love untold stories, gross facts, hidden secrets, anything weird, dark, and funky from the past. Each day, I'm going to share a few of my favorite deep cuts with you, so let's take a look at today's stories with a trigger warning for talking about subjects around sexual assault.
It's 365 with mxmtoon. New facts every day, so don't leave too soon. I'm gonna teach you stuff, no it won't be tough. Gonna go a year till you've had enough. It's 365 mxmtoon.
Today in 2018, Mark Wahlberg donated his reshoot fee from the movie All the Money in the World to the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund. Though there are plenty of reasons in that specific situation that a rich man would want to donate his large salary to a women's rights fund, it was specifically instigated by the revelation that his co-star, Michelle Williams, was only paid $1,000 for the same reshoot. That means that Wahlberg was paid 1,500 times that amount. Let's dig in here to address some of the specifics of what was actually going on. All the Money in the World was being reshot after one of its main stars, Kevin Spacey, was accused of serious sexual misconduct. After Anthony Rapp, original Broadway star Rent, alleged that Spacey had assaulted him when he was 14, and Spacey, 26, the allegations came down like a waterfall, and over 20 men reported that Spacey had at one point touched them inappropriately. Director Scott Ridley reshot the film over the course of only 10 days, with Christopher Plummer playing Spacey's role. Scott first claimed that all the actors did the reshoots for free, but then anonymous sources came forward and revealed to USA Today that Mark Wahlberg was actually paid $1.5 million and Michelle Williams was paid less than $1,000. Jessica Chastain, actress and fellow activist, tweeted, "I heard for the reshoot she got $80 a day compared to his millions. Would anyone like to clarify? I really hope that with everything coming to light, she was paid fairly. She's a brilliant actress and is wonderful in the film." When the truth came out, Wahlberg went on to make the donation in Williams' name, citing their pay disparity as the instigating factor. Mark Wahlberg was the highest paid male actor in the world in 2017. The William Morris Agency, which represents both actors, pledged to donate an additional $500,000. Time's Up is a sexual misconduct defense initiative. Michelle Williams is one of the co-founders, along with Natalie Portman, Emma Stone, and 300 other women actresses, agents, writers, directors, producers, and executives. They announced the initiative with a full-page ad in the New York Times, focusing on a $13 million legal defense fund to help women in less privileged professions from workplace inequality and harassment, and to protect them from when they report it. Women who report sexual harassment and violence are often in serious danger of retribution in the workplace. Shonda Rhimes told the New York Times, "If this group of women can't fight for a model for other women who don't have as much power and privilege, then who can?" Emphasizing the important point that people in positions of power have the duty to use that power to fight for those with less than them. Time's Up made the inclusion of working-class women a priority. All of this came at a moment when all eyes were already on sexual harassment and women's role in the media. It particularly highlighted how women are treated at work in Hollywood, and everything was compounded by the revelations of years of sexual harassment in the hands of Harvey Weinstein. Time's Up drew comparisons to the Me Too movement, and though the two both focus on protecting women from harassment, they have very different specific goals. Time's Up works with legislation to punish companies that tolerate sexual harassment and to try and fight against the use of non-disclosure agreements to silence victims. Time's Up also has an accredited legal arm, the Time's Up Legal Defense Operation, that works with the National Women's Law Center's legal network for gender equity by connecting victims with lawyers. They are also running a drive to attempt to reach gender parity at studios and talent agencies. The Time's Up movement grew out of female talent agents in Los Angeles getting together informally to discuss the frequent sexual harassment allegations in the industry. They expanded, became a formal group, and now hold meetings and workshops in New York and London. The organizers were inspired to expand the movement when they received an open letter from 700,000 female farm workers. When all is said and done, both Christopher Plummer and Michelle Williams were nominated for Golden Globes for their performances. No nominations for Wahlberg. Interesting. Fascinating. And now for today's music fact. Today in 2016, Ed Sheeran's newly released singles Shape of You and Castle on the Hill hit the UK singles chart at the same time, and in the top spots to boot. Shape of You took number 1, and Castle on the Hill took number 2. If that weren't cool enough, the official charts company also announced that it was the first time in history of the charts that a single artist had taken the top 2 chart positions with newly released songs. Well, bravo, Ed. And now for our final segment of the day, I'm going into my own photo archives to see what I was up to on a January 13th in my life. January 13th. This is like a very weird memory, but I did a makeup look on the 13th where I put hot pink eyeshadow on. And this is not something that people often get insight to. So when you get styled or you have your makeup done for various things when you're like in the entertainment world, sometimes they have like reference photos of what looks they want to do for your face based off things that you have done to your face in the past. This makeup look that I created on January 13th, 2019 has consistently been on nearly every single inspiration board for mxmtoon makeup looks for like a year and a half running now at this point. No, more than, 2 years running now at this point. Oh geez, I can't do math. But yeah, I didn't know that hot pink eyeshadow was going to be a staple of my job and the looks that I wear, but apparently it became that after that day. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow at 365 Days mxmtoon on your preferred social media platforms. Take care, drink some water, eat some food. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
It's 365 with mxmtoon. New facts every day, so don't leave too soon. I'm gonna teach you stuff, no it won't be tough. Gonna go a year till you've had enough. It's